What
I don't
is
know.
wrong with you?
Wheel slip.
That's a good one. I'm going to start throwing that one in there.
Wheel slip.
I'm sorry, wheel slip. Anyways, what's up? My name is Timmy D, and that is
Ginger and Evan.
and you are watching the Railroads Rock Show. Let's highball. Oh, that looks so good. This, like where we're at right now, we look like we're somewhere out in Hawaii. Okay, which is why we're gonna.
Oh, very good, very good.
There we go. And that's gonna be our. This is gonna be our Bubba Diba Dee. Okay.
Oh yeah. There's that railroad.
Okay, here we go.
Go rental adventures and things.
I don't know. Do you want to watch this one?
Yeah, go.
I mean, you can see
play
that
it.
in the background.
Play it.
All right. So welcome back, everybody. And today on the Railroads Rock Show, because we are in paradise, we are on the island of...
Hammer Island, South San Joaquin Delta.
Because this is the only island on the San Joaquin Delta that you can get hammered on.
Correct, yes. And
Take that how you want to.
Look at this beautiful view behind you. And Timmy will cut to B-roll with plenty of cool train signs, boats, and, of course, wildlife, which is extremely important element of this island. So a little backstory here. This is my personal house, and cut to more B-roll here. And I've lived out here for 5 years. Most recently, I've been down in San Diego for the last 2. But I brought Timmy up this last 2 weeks to want to come and experience the amazing beauty that is the South San Joaquin Delta, Old San Joaquin River. So, yeah, we're feeling really super special.
Cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
I don't have... There's your glass. Get your glass. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So today, first of all, just know, because we are on an island, we're going to celebrate a little bit of island railroading, man. Oh, ho, ho.
On the island with a real railroad, yes.
But,
let's do it.
yeah, there is still there is a tourist railroad on... Is it the island of Oahu?
I think it's Oahu, yeah. West Oahu, yeah.
Okay, so you go out to Oahu. Have you ever been to Hawaii?
I've been to Hawaii. I've been to Oahu,
Pick this shit up. Fix your
which
shit.
is why I like to go to Which is why I like to go to Waimea Western is my island railroad I'd like to do someday. That's not a hammer.
We're gonna be building an ON30 layout for Evan, and it's gonna be the Waimea Western. That is the think piece. It's gonna be awesome. And as
I
your
kind of
friend,
like this locomotive.
this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
That was actually a big inspiration for my second locomotive that I'm doing for Mahalo Bay. Is going to be it. This is I think it's a narrow gauge 30 tonner.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but quote me on it. Sure, why not? Hammer me in the comments, because we are on Hammer Island.
Yes.
But because we are in paradise, we're going to do a little bit of, I guess you could call this one virtual rail fanning. This guy seems to be less of a
foamer.
A foamer, more of just like, hey, I'm just going to go on an adventure, and it happens today to be.
Yeah, I'm Go-Go Rental.
Yeah. So anyways, Go Rental, thank you for letting us bitch about your video. We're going to put a link down below, and then also we're going to, I'm going to B-roll some of this shit. Let's talk about each one of these signs that we see in front of us, bro, and let's start from upper left, and just walk down, and then go down, you know what I mean? And then, like, left all the way down to the right, and then go left
right,
again.
top and bottom. Yeah,
you know what I
Okay,
mean. Read
yeah.
it like a newspaper, bro.
Okay, so I'll just start with that. The majority of the signs you're seeing here from the Southern Pacific, now Union Pacific East Valley line. If you're going between Roseville and Dunsmuir.
Oh my God,
on
you
the
sound like
Valley
such a
subdivision.
freaking tour guide.
I am.
Why don't you
Anyways,
just tell me a story, bro?
Okay. Well, okay. We sat at
CPVP 192 Anita. Where'd you get that?
I got all these signs from the same guy, homie Dick Dorn, who's a famous railroad photographer. He got all these signs when he got all the signals, and he sold them to me. My favorite story about Anita was
Boring.
that was the first trespasser strike I had when I was a student conductor. That was the siding we sat in for 4 hours to get recruited. And what's funny about Anita is it's right next to the Sierra Nevada Brewing Company spur track where they take all the grain hoppers.
Oh, I love it.
For Sierra Nevada Brewing Company.
There we go.
So that was kind of cool. Lakehead's up by this, like Lake Shasta, obviously, in the name of this time. Tower B35 East is National Street in Elgin on the Metro.
Go. Now we're moving.
West Valley line, okay.
Where'd you get this railroad crossing sign?
I don't know, but someone gave it to me. Like, hey, check it out.
All
You
right,
need one of these.
CP Gerber.
Gerber's up right just north of Tehama on the West Valley or East Valley line. O'Brien is just.
Have you been to all these spots, bro?
Yes. O'Brien's just, I think it's east of Lakehead. Begin and end Mount Shasta block is on the Mount
Shasta. That's CPVP 277.
77, that's great. Begin and end Mount Shasta block is on the McLeod line between Mount Shasta City.
Why is that a block, though?
It's DTC authorities.
Okay.
So instead of signals and track warrants, you get blocks. So
there we go.
There's multiple blocks. If I recall from my McLeod foamers, it's Mount Shasta block and Pierce block.
And then Reading.
We got there. Reading. Obviously, it's Reading. CPVP 257. Fagan.
Where's Reading?
Reading's north. At the very base of before you start climbing up the mountains, going up to Dunsmuir and Clement
There we go.
Falls.
Okay.
I can't remember where Fagan
Northern
is.
California. Fagan sounds like a word you don't need to worry about.
VP 321, the Dunsmuir X-Over, needs no introduction. That's where that was cool.
I thought it was some
signals
sort of weird
that tell
Russian
you
name.
when to proceed and when not to when you're coming to Leyden Block. Westbound.
That sounds like a German thing, like Dunsmuir Silva.
Yeah, Gervan is my nickname from my homies on the railroad because Gerdes, you get it, whatever. Silverthorn is another.
Is that a real spot?
Yes, these are all real places.
Where's Gervan?
Gervan is. Oh God.
Why you say Gervan?
Gervan's just south of Reading.
Why don't you say Gervan?
I don't know.
Like people say way long siding because it's W-A long. Way long, but I would say Walong or Walong siding if I didn't know any different.
So this is not a two-syllable word, is what you're saying?
I have no idea. Let's keep moving.
Okay. Silverthorn is a location I can't remember. Valley Pass is one location I've never actually been. That's east towards Salt Lake City. CPVP 236 is the coolest one I have here. Draper, who also doubles as my tenant. And then, of course, I have my Amtrak rail passenger sign.
What do you mean as your tenant?
My tenant. Her last name is Draper.
That's weird. I have a story about a Draper.
I like to
Thor,
point out,
shout out to you, bro.
I like to also point out that not only do we have the UP version of this, we have the SP version of this in her house, which I gave to her. I acquired that legitimately. And then the rail passenger station for Amtrak here is from a station north of the border when you get into British Columbia, if you're riding the Cascades to Vancouver. And Amtrak used to make multiple station stops between the border and Vancouver. They no longer do that. This is one of those locations. I can't remember the name. I think I may have wrote it on the back of the sign. But
written,
Roten. Or something.
Sure, for all you English majors out there.
Yeah, there's some.
Didn't you go to college, bro?
I did, but you know,
surprise.
Twisted tea and whiskey's got me thinking like I'm a.
When did you have a twisted? Oh, you got one right in front of you. I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry. I'm a bad friend.
Yes.
Anyway, so having said that, let's get into Aloha Railroad.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't even know how long we've been going on right now, but let's do it. On the count of three. Oh, pause for station identification. Give me a clap. 1, 2, 3. Now let's do another one. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Last one for good measure. 1, 2, 3. There it is. We got it. All right. Anyways, we're back. You're going to see this commercial. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. We're having a fire sale at our merch store.
Welcome back to another Go Rental.
What the fuck is going on here?
We're gonna take a train ride
Why is this guy not?
to an ice cream shop. Stay tuned.
Do you like it out of my
Alright, guys,
computer or
It's
out
fine.
of
on
there?
the west side
It's
of
fine,
the island
it's
today,
good.
We're checking out the Hawaiian Railway Society, and this is a little unique. So Hawaiian Railway Society, they're a non-profit group here on Oahu, and their whole thing is to preserve the history of Hawaii's rail network. So not only do they make
Oh wow!
tracks
Look at all those
and
cars and
museum, but they
engines.
also-
You got a nice
I thought
little.
this was some
they've
like
got a website
BS
where you
like.
can see everything they
No,
do.
it's
Out
real
back,
deal
like,
stuff.
train.
Rides on there. The rail-
I've always wanted to ride it.
Oh
Look,
wow! Look at that.
all the way up.
Used to run sugarcane, cargo, and people all the way from
Wailua.
Honolulu around the west side. over
Wow.
Hana Point
So
and up
pretty.
into the North Shore.
I need to get to Hawaii quickly.
And they still have a little bit of track there in the inland.
Especially crazy today when you consider that they built that.
So
whole
was this,
rail
like,
line from
teamed with
Honolulu around
barges?
to the North Shore in just 10 years. As
10
opposed to the
years,
monorail that
bro.
we're building today, which has taken more than 10 years. And it barely covers the distance from Kapolei to town. Most of the old rail network is either gone or destroyed, and if you book a ride with them today, it's going to take you from Evergreen
I wanna go,
to the
dude.
power
This looks
station
like
back to
fun.
Point. It's not very
Look at
far.
that.
You can
Look at, you got a
drive
power
it
plant
20
right there. You
minutes.
got
The
gates that
train
aren't
moves
going
about
down.
15 to
Wow.
20 miles an hour, and the whole train ride is about 2 hours. So an hour there.
I love this
You're
engine.
gonna board the train at their station.
Like, that
in
needs to be
Ebony,
YMA
Sugar
Western.
cane right there.
Through the Ko'olina Resort over to Kahi Point, where the train is going to stop, and then they have everyone get up from their seats and do like
Oh, they are going on a
That's
hookie
smart.
now.
That way people can see both
That's
sides.
totally
of the
smart.
journey. From there, the train just kind of makes its way
Wow.
back down to Ko'olina, where they stop again right outside the Monkey Pod restaurant. And this is where they've set aside 20 minutes for everyone to hop off the train and go over to Black Sheep Coffee Company. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Discover, you guys get an ice cream shop out of this one.
I like this dude. How long is this? Oh man, this is a
Almost
quick
done.
little
Almost done,
shindig.
yeah.
Get into the restaurant first in order for
Bro.
before there was a big line of
Oh, I love me some ice cream.
Also,
Oh, wow.
if you live in Ko'olina or you're staying at one of the hotels
That's
around
so
there,
old
you can
school.
actually get off the train here and end your trip at the spot. You just have to make sure that you're not leaving a car behind in their parking lot. The engine is actually really loud. And
Yeah.
Yeah, no
It's from
shit,
1943, dumbass.
Look, you can even see the grills right up.
They're probably have to. That's like like you have to manually adjust those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can understand, like, starting that engine up too. Like, anyways. Oh, look at that Quonset hut.
Wow.
I love that. Oh, this got the old steamer. Bro, stop cutting so fast. I love his B-roll though.
It's a Mr. Rogers train set, real
You're
original.
required to wear a mask. Now it's August 2022,
Oh, yeah, shut up.
and the state level mask mandates here in Hawaii have been over for quite a while. So
Okay.
I don't carry face masks
I'm gonna-
with me anymore, so I wasn't able to.
Well, I'm not wearing a mask either way, so-
Yeah, we're outside. You're welcome.
Worth getting in there, and you can walk around and take a look at all
That's
the
a
old-
rad
Kahlua?
looking unit.
the old
Or
equipment
no, that's how you
and
say
look at
that.
Some of the history of the railroad.
Hey,
It's
dude.
wheelchair accessible. It's kid friendly.
Once you
and
start
if you're
paying
looking for
attention to
something
how
fun
things
do,
are like
this is
worded, like
definitely
Koya or
something to do.
Alina or like something like that, you're like, I get it. Yeah, let's go, dude.
That's like fun. It's
That
total
looks
fun.
like a lot of fun, and I hope you guys had fun too, because I'm going to air that whole video. And you got anything else, bro?
No, it's beautiful.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for visiting us from the island. We're going to do one more episode, but until then, keep on doing what you do, and just remember that your most important signal.
It's gonna be your next one.
We'll see you next time. That's gonna be
That's gonna be fun.
great. So pretty.